Folks at home, welcome back to the Backyard Bass Pond, and if you watched our last couple videos, we told you Aquascape was coming in tomorrow to build a second backyard pond for Moby and the turtles. Unfortunately, plans have changed. We got hammered with rain from Tropical Storm Cristobal, and that wasn't really the problem because we could recover from that rain. The problem was the tropical storm went all the way up to Wisconsin, and that's where they load those aqua blue stones that we use to build our pond. And they had so much rain it delayed the shipment from Wisconsin to Alabama, so we're not going to be able to build the pond this week. So we're going to have to reschedule that for sometime in the future. I'll try to keep you guys updated. And since we've got a little extra time on our hands, our daughter Sarah has been asking us to build her a micro pond, so we're going to be doing that in this video. But before we get into that, check out who came back during the storm. The toads. So I'm actually starting to like these little guys, and if you saw in one of our previous videos, we actually even made them their own mating highlight clip. Alright folks, the project today is to build a micro version of our backyard pond. So we're going to take a lot of the plant life and other things that are in this pond and build a miniature version. This is our patio bowl. It's perfect because it has a little shelf right there. It's got a deeper end for some fish to swim around, so the only thing it's not going to have is that nice looking waterfall. Check out Bonnie, she's definitely interested. Alright, so the first thing I did, I found a couple pieces of wood and we just screwed them in. That way they'll stay upright. And we're going to fill some bigger river rock and smaller gravel right around here. And the idea is to take some plant growth and kind of let it grow up out of the water on these wood pieces. Alright, I got all the rocks and wood pieces in. Depending on what type of plants we use, I may go in with some finer gravel, something a good bit smaller than what we've already used. These are just called river rocks. Alright, I got it filled up with water. Next thing we're going to do is go in with some plant life. I got some lilies out of the pond. We're going to put that in, and also some plants up there on that shelf. Lilies fit in there perfect. It's starting to look a little bassy. Hopefully they'll get some blooms on them just like all those in the pond. So next up we have one of my favorites, a dwarf cattail. All bass fishermen love cattail. I'm not sure how good you're going to be able to hear me, but I'm going to get a lot of these little small floating lilies and that green moss that you see. We're going to try to get that green moss growing on the wood like it is here. This is all natural stuff right out of the pond. Alright, we're going to take it and just place it right on this wood piece. See if we can make it look like it looked in the waterfall. And one more right here. There we go. I think it looks pretty good. Alright folks, there we go. We got all the plants planted. I added some more tropical style plants. The green moss on the wood, got the lily pads, even got a few of those small lilies in there. Now what some people will do is they'll take this and they'll actually put a waterfall in and dump it into the pond and then recirculate the water back up here and use it as a waterfall. But our entire reason for creating a micro pond was so Sarah could play in it without having to worry about falling into the pond. So we're actually going to move this up to the porch to where she can play with it whenever she wants, and we have to add our first fish. Bonnie just hanging out in the deep end, but since those toads came in and made it, you can see all the tadpoles down there on the bottom. Bluegill's been loving them. Alright, I drained it down to get it up here on the back porch, and I installed the filter. And the one really cool thing about this bowl is it has a cutout in it for the wires to go, and then you just slide that down right over the wires. But we're going to experiment with a couple different types of filter. That one sucks in from the bottom and the water comes out right there at the top. We're going to try that one out. We may end up going with a different filter. So I got it filled back up, got the filter running. This one seems to be doing pretty good for right now, so we're going to let that cycle through. I took a lot of the water out of the pond and put it in here, so we don't really have to let it cycle like you would with a normal new aquarium. Next up, we're going to be coming in with the fish. Alright, it's time to add the first fish, and it is sitting under that lily pad, and it is a goldfish. It's actually a fancy goldfish because we fancy. He's one of those that's got a really big head. Liz and I picked him out. I think Sarah's really going to like him. So folks, you know how we do it. We're going to let you all pick a name for it, so leave a comment down below. If we end up choosing the name you suggest, we're going to send you out a prize package. And speaking of naming new pets, if you missed our latest video, you should go check it out because Sarah caught her first crappie in a micro fishing video, and we're going to let you all name it. And the most liked comment in that video comes from Thomas E84. He says you should name the crappie Captain Ahab, or just Ahab, since he was caught in the same place Moby was caught. So we're going to give the crappie the name Ahab. So Thomas, send me a message with your address. I'll send you out a prize package. Alright, I think I'm also going to grab some mosquito fish. I put these fish in here right after, I think it was like a week after we built the pond, and they've survived. They repopulate quite often, so I really like them because they stay really small. And then I may also grab some of these tadpoles and put them in there once they get just a little bit bigger. Alright, got one. Little bitty guy. Oh, and I actually got a little tadpole in there too, so we'll have one mosquito fish and one tadpole. And there they go. And the goldfish is just about acclimated. We're about to drop him in now. Alright, time to let Mr. Goldfish out. And he's off. So there we have it, folks, a fun little Saturday morning project. Didn't take very long to get a nice little micro pond set up. I think Sarah's going to love it. We're going to get her reaction later on today. Alright, Milo's checking out the turtles. We actually pulled all the 5 Ninja Turtles out of their tank and put them in the bowls while we're cleaning it. Just a quick look at how big they've gotten. Man, in 1 year, they've grown a bunch. It's been bulking season, and that's one reason why we're going to have to get them out into the backyard. Let's go take a look at that. The big pond was going to come out here. It was going to be a pretty good size. But for now, what I think we're going to do is just get the turtles a little temporary spot. Maybe I might dig them out a spot right here. Get them something that'll go underground, give them plenty of water to swim in. And that's probably going to be coming up in the next video because they've outgrown that tank and it's time to give them a little bit more room to swim around. So Sarah's dollhouse is going to have to be moved. Alright, let's just clean their tank out. We're about to go back in with Master Splinter. He said, whoa, got a fresh clean tank. Michelangelo. Keep going. Leonardo. Donatello. And Raphael. And that makes the 4 Ninja Turtles and Master Splinter. And you can see how much they've grown. They've definitely outgrown this tank, and that's probably going to be their last week in this tank. Alright, time to feed the turts. This may very well be their last feeding in this tank. We're going to call it the Last Supper. Hope you guys enjoy it. We just went in with some sun-dried shrimp and some turtle pellets. Got him. Growing boys. Gotta feed them real good. Oh, look at him trying to grab it out of the other turtle's mouth. He actually got half of it. Look at him fighting. These boys are fighting over that shrimp. That's how you know it's really good. Definitely been fun hanging out with these guys, watching them grow over the past year. I'll be honest, we had the northern black-knobbed map turtle named Bowser the year before, and he was a lot of fun. But when you have multiple turtles, there's something about it. It's just a lot of fun. Got them lined up. Let's see if he can finish 6 of them. Well, he's just tasting them and spitting them out. I always love it when they fight for that one. Looks like he got it on the first time this go round. Uh-oh, they're getting scrappy right here at the end. Got him. Oh, it's a fight for it. If he lets it go, it's definitely not going to be his. And he got it. Gotta love it. Turtle fights. There you go. That's your reward. Last little piece. Third time's fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, seventh, eighth, ninth. Yeah, I'm watching you, buddy. Uh-oh, he's coming in behind you to get it. 10th. He got it on 1. Sorry, buddy. As always, I'd just like to tell you all that I appreciate the support and thanks for following along with this channel. Make sure you're subscribed because we got a lot of cool things coming up this summer. All these backyard pets. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video and we will see you all next time.
Bonnie and Clyde were pretty looking people, but I can tell you people, they were the devil's children.